What's up, good people? It's your girl Tanika Nikki, and the longer time goes by, the more my gears get to turning in regards to the possibilities surrounding Malika Davis. As you guys know, she's been missing since Friday, this past Friday, and the stories surrounding it just don't make sense. As of lately, the authorities have been trying to reach back out to Darian, the stepfather, to speak to him to get sketches involving the incident of the suspected kidnappers or whatever. They've been trying to get with him for more information, to get sketches made up, to get down to business, but he has not been responding to law enforcement. And it got me thinking. So, as you guys know, the car was found today, and it was found in Missouri City, which is not far from where they live at, actually. It's actually like within a decent driving distance, like locally, basically. So, one thing I looked into when thinking about all the things surrounding this case is the who, the what, the when, the where, that kind of situation starts to come into play. And I remember it being mentioned that Superhouse Entertainment is one of Darian's occupations. I don't know if he's CEO or if he's a member of management, whatever the case may be. That is one of his places of employment. So I'm like, okay, just for kicks, let me put it in and see what comes up. So here on this map is what you see. That green dot to the left, that is his place of employment. Other than the fact that I know he works at a different place, like a regular place, management in some sense. I forget, but anyway, this particular entertainment company is located right here. You see Sugarland right below, Houston to the right. Follow me just for a minute. Again, Superhouse Entertainment. It's the green dot. To the left, you see a Barker Reservoir. Above it, you see Addicts Reservoir. Pay attention to those two things I just mentioned. Remember, this is Superhouse Entertainment. All right. So you remember me mentioning the reservoirs. Superhouse Entertainment sits to the right, kind of right below that 10 that you see on your screen. That 10. Superhouse sits in that vicinity, maybe the square down from it. That green mark at the bottom of your screen represents where the vehicle was found today. That Walmart shopping center that the vehicle was found, that green mark represents that. That's the shopping center. Straight above, straight down the road, is Superhouse Entertainment. That's where Darian, one of Darian's place of employment is. And I'm like, okay, straight down the road. Coincidental? I don't know. All I know is, looky there, straight down the street from one another. Now, straight up top, the green dot that you see to the right, that's where the car was found. We're still on that. I remember seeing in the comments that someone was saying if they were a member of the police, law enforcement in that area, that they would suggest searching some kind of lake there. So I'm looking around, like, okay, I see parks. There's actually a park near where Darien Place of Business is, where the reservoirs. Then there's a park by the Walmarts, excuse me, straight across. You'll see that park is kind of where the satellite sign is on your left. There's a park or reserve foresty looking area right over there. But if you come straight on down, you see Summers Lake. Summers Lake is within a decent little stretch from where the car was found. Keep in mind that car was found there supposedly 24 hours after the girl come up missing. Well, the gentleman said he woke up almost 24 hours after the incident. So within 24 hours, he had to come up with a place to put her, a place to have that car, and get his butt within an area where he could get help and make the reports and look like a victim. So, again, that is the place where the car was found, straight up to the right. And there's Smithers Lake, and you see all that greenery around it. If you had to get rid of or do some dirty deed or, Lord, excuse the text, um, but if you had to get rid of or of something or do some kind of dirty deed, that would be the perfect area to do it in. Um, Especially since you see all the greenery around it. That doesn't look like residential area. You know, this stuff here. You know. And I also pulled up the maps to see some other things. Oh, that's more of Smithers Lake. All that green area around there. Remember, he has 24 hours to. Well, the timeline gives us 24 hours just about to see who, what, when, where, and to come up with possibilities. Green dot still represents where the car was found. 24 hours he could drive way to the edge of Texas if he wanted to and lose her, basically. Get rid, lose, get back in time to drop that car off that was seen on cameras at 3 p.m. driving, by the way, at 3 p.m. the day that he reported Maleah missing. He had time to do that. He had time to get way somewhere and way on back and still report her missing. Now, the initial story says that he was en route to the Houston airport. On this map, it's the Houston airport. Houston airport is up there to the right screen of your corner right there. You see that IAH? That's the Houston airport. Shrink it back down so you can see how far in between the Houston airport and the car. The car is still represented by the green dot at the bottom there. So on that same little white strip to the far left, that route leads to where Darian's place of business, one of his places of business is. Then come on around and there you have the Houston airport. Now, if he was actually en route to the Houston airport, wouldn't that vehicle would have been found somewhere on that side of town? Anywhere on that side of town? Somewhere on the right side of the map? I'm just saying, it's just not making sense to me. I had to pull it up to look and see. Because anybody can tell you anything until you pull it up, look it, see. You know, you got to know. And remember, it was stated that Darian's car had some kind of flat, or he felt like it was a blowout of some kind. He heard popping, so he had to get out and see what was going on with that tire. So he pulled over and got out, and that's when the assault, kidnapping, and all that happened. When the police found that man's vehicle, see if I can scroll. When the police found that man's vehicle, all four tires were intact. All four. There was no spare, there was no slow leak, there was no missing tire. The tires were intact. So, if indeed that they had been kidnapped, what did the kidnappers do? Change the tire on the side of the road, then drive away with them, then go conveniently near where Darian worked, and drop the car off, and then kidnap Maleah after dropping them off near a hospital within walking distance or whatever the case may be. Well, he said he was dropped off on the side of a highway and had to truck it on down and wouldn't nobody stop and help him. At least that's the story. But that's the vehicle. That's all four tires intact. And as I stated, based on what the map shows, that is Darian's place of business. One of them. Let me show you again. I might be going too fast because I took some time to look at it, so I'm already knowing what I'm looking at. So let me slow it back down for y'all. Darian's place of business. Just so you can have an idea of the basic area and vicinity, I highlight the fact that the two reservoirs sit there. You see that 10? There's the first square. The second square is where his place of business is, right across from the Barker Reservoir. This is where the car was found, right there, the Walmart shopping center. If you head straight up, the white line, that first square below the 10, no, the second square below the 10. That's it. Let me close out. You see the reservoir, Baker Reservoir, or Barker Reservoir, whatever it is. How convenient is that? Second square is where the place of business is. That big area, then the place where the car was found, right there, Walmart Shopping Center. I don't know. It's mighty coincidental, if you ask me. It's convenient as hell. It's right down from that big lake I was telling y'all about, Smithers Lake, the place of employment. And you know, if I had more map to scroll to, right above that, not very far up the road, would be the place of business. So I'm just saying, is that coincidental? Is this actually what happened? Or, is this the area that things could have transpired, basically? It's where my head is going with it. So it's been almost 7 days. Tomorrow will make the 7th day that Malika's been missing. And I'm not a pessimist at all. I'm very optimistic about things. I love to hope the best in all situations, but I'm also a realist. And based on this story taking a turn for the worst, and when it comes to sounding plausible anyway, and based on the time that's elapsed, based on the tires of that car not being flat, not a one, and the location of that vehicle, and now finding out that he had a place of employment straight up the street from where the car was found. I don't know. I don't know. I forget the area that he gave the officers, that maybe that they should start looking, but I think that threw the case back a whole lot. They were probably looking in the area way on the other side of the map, you know, the places that I would be looking based on his story. I wouldn't be looking exactly where I showed you guys because I wouldn't be thinking that that area would be an area of consideration or concern. So I don't know. My gears are just turning, y'all. So I'm posting the information that I pulled and felt like was helpful to me in order to give you guys something to think about. What do you guys think now? With this information that I just showed you guys, does it make you think a little bit more? Do you feel any different? Do you think it's all coincidental that that vehicle is placed on that side of the road or that side of town, right down the street from his place of employment, not far from a lake, reservoirs, extreme greenery, and places to kind of, you know, do stuff? I don't know. I'm hoping for the best, but y'all see what I'm thinking. Let me know what you think. Chime in the comment section. If it's something you noticed on that map that I just didn't see, let me know. If it's something that you think that's contrary to what I think, hell, let me know. I know this is a sad situation, and I hate when cases pop up involving kids. And I don't know why this one caught me, but it did. So I'm going to stick with it and keep you guys posted with everything I can find and any updates. All right, I'll let you guys soon.